after my first video, 12th of November 2018, 6 years ago, almost 7, I reached a giant milestone on YouTube on this channel, reaching 100,000 views. 100,000 times people have watched my content. And not only that, 6 years later, I'm at 11,789 subscribers, 1,400 likes, 229 shares, and the ages, the first with the most amount of people in the age bracket is 25 to 34, 39.3% total viewers across the last 6 years. And the second age bracket, 18 to 24, 20.8%, 64% male, 36% female, the viewers. Top countries, India, number 1, Indonesia, 2, Vietnam, 3, New Zealand, my home country, number 4, and United States, number 5. Those are the top 5 countries. But this is wild because it's across the world. Like, I'm looking at it now on my laptop from the geographics and the countries, and it's all over. People have watched my videos the last 6 years and getting to almost 12,000 subscribers and 100,000 views in total across, I think it's 265 videos. And the first video I did, it was just me playing the guitar. And it was like 40 seconds long. I had no idea what I was doing, but I just put it up on YouTube. And yeah, like 6 years later, like here I am. A lot's happened in that 6 years. I have like moved cities. I've been in a different city for a few years and, you know, got through depression and got through really bad mental health struggles and life challenges, and I got into personal development, and then I started thinking more about creating content, and then I tried out different formats, got into like editing, into like vlogs, like travel, got into lifestyle stuff, and it's only like I'm only just getting started now, which is the exciting part of this video. You know, like 6 years later, I have a lisp because I have retainers on. But 6 years later, it's wild. And these are more of the countries that have watched my content on YouTube over the past half a decade. So followed by the top 5 countries. The United States is Philippines, Italy, United Kingdom, Thailand, Germany, Australia, Malaysia, Japan, Turkey, Russia, Iraq, Spain, Canada, Brazil, Greece, Romania, Argentina, Netherlands, South Africa, South Korea, Algeria, Poland, Egypt, Nepal. 44 views from Nepal, which is crazy. Some of these countries are like, it's wild that people have watched my stuff. Bulgaria, Morocco, Mexico, like people have watched. And there's like hundreds of views from Japan, which is wild. 1,500 views from the Philippines, almost 1,000 from Italy, almost 1,000 from United Kingdom and Thailand. Like, it's wild. It's a global audience, and my bio on my YouTube has been the same pretty much since I did that first video back in 2018, was to tell, meaningful stories through my experiences in life, and to motivate and to encourage and to inspire other people to live a life that is in alignment with them. And then a few years ago on this channel, I shared my faith for the first time, which was amazing. And then I did a testimony, and that went really well. Got a lot of views and reached a lot of people. Got thousands and thousands of people watched it, which was amazing. And now I'm going for the next milestone on YouTube, which is 50,000 subs, which means I gotta get 39,000 more individuals to subscribe to my channel and continue to grow the community. Because what I'm trying to do and what's been my mission from the start on creating this channel, and being like, oh my gosh, like, what if I tapped into my creativity more? What if I used all that I've learned and my experiences and inspired like a generation of people and actually like made a difference. And people say like you're one person, what difference could you make? But I argued that like the difference one person can make is enormous, like the butterfly effect and all of that stuff. But the difference you can make in someone else's life is, changing their world. Instead of, choosing anger and, all these things, you could be like patient with the person, or you could be, loving towards them. And all these different qualities that is said in the Bible, like self-control, like fruits of the Spirit, gentleness, all of these things. I definitely lead like my life, my day-to-day life, outside of YouTube and outside of creation and like content creation, and all of that is being led by God and living out His purpose for my life, living out, His purpose through my life. And it says as well on my mini whiteboard, Ephesians 3:20 says, now all glory to God. It says that through Him He can accomplish through you, if you're obedient and surrender unto Him, you can achieve with the help of God and through God working through you, more than you could ask, think, or imagine, abundantly more than you could ask, think, or imagine. Yeah. But there's a few experiences recently that have, wow, like, so changed my outlook and view on everything, in a really good way. And I'm tapping into being more open and honest and like vulnerable through content creation, because what you see on the internet and what you see on social media is tiny snippets and like highlights of people's life. But I'm not here for that. I'm here for, genuinely connecting with other individuals and trying to encourage and motivate other people, and just spread like good vibes. Just spread, good vibes to as many people as I can. And there's 3 people watching now, which is awesome. So thank you to all 3 of the individuals that are watching my live right now. Yeah, it's been amazing, and I can't wait to tap more into my potential. But going on what I said, I was in a car crash the start of this year. There's 5 people watching, amazing. I was in a car crash and survived that. And I was like, how did I survive that? There was the basic things, like had my seatbelt on, wasn't speeding. My car was in good condition. And I almost felt guilty for a bit. I was like, why did I survive such a big crash? And how? But then I was like, God, like, he saved me. I was driving and I had my cross on that I still have on me now, my little cross necklace, and I had my Bible like on my door. I had people praying for me, and that was definitely hard to wrap my head around, but it made me think, tomorrow isn't guaranteed for anybody. Even if you have all the money in the world, you cannot, there's no guarantee that tomorrow will be there. And I lived that experience. Like I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, but going through something like that, you're like, whoa, like, it isn't promised tomorrow. And in fact, I just love saying this because it's mind-blowing. The odds of being alive are 1 in 400 trillion. Those are the odds of being alive in a single moment. 1 in 400 trillion. It's a straight up blessing and miracle for all of us that we are alive. And I've definitely, over the years got into gratitude. Like, I'm insanely grateful for what I have, and identifying that all I need is the basics to be way more fortunate than other people in the world. Just to have the basic food, water, and shelter, and have good people around me, and have family and all of that. Like, and my faith, like that's amazing. I do want to share something. It's it's from a speech. Nelson Mandela, laminated. I've had this for a number of years. My dad actually had it before that, and it was like, do you want this? But yeah, in 1994, Nelson Mandela, in a speech, he said this. It's very profound and like speaks on some points that are really important. Okay, here it goes. He said, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to manifest the glory that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. I'm going to go to the 20-minute mark, but yeah, key points from this. Who are you not to be? We say, imposter syndrome, and we get told from others, we get told from society, and we tell ourselves that, who are we to deserve all the good? Who are we to outgrow environments and situations? Like, who are we to create success? Who are we to step into a leadership role? Who are we to chase our dreams? Who are we to encourage someone else? Who are we to, all these things. And the point is, you are you. So everyone deserves to shine their light. And not only that, but for you to shine your light and for others to say, keep shining your light, it's amazing. And instead of this, who do you think you are, trying to do better than me? It's like, keep that up, you're doing amazing. That's what the world should be. People side by side, supportive, encouragement. That's what I'm trying to create. That's what I'm trying to be for other people, that encouragement, maybe that they haven't had in a while or had before. It's like what the young version of me would have wanted. Someone to, say like, it's going to get better. It's going to be difficult. You're going to struggle, but you're also going to thrive, and you're going to meet the right people, and you're going to find your faith, and you're going to become the person you are meant to become. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. It's just mind-blowing that this was said in 1994, 31 years ago, over 3 decades ago. But yeah, we feel, I feel that so much, like, but you're, that fear of like, I'm not good enough and who am I, and that's holding you back. Like, that's blocking your blessings. The fear that you feel is blocking the fruit, the spiritual fruit, the goodness, the joy, the health, all of that, the happiness. And we let our own light shine. We unconsciously give others permission to do the same. Liberated from fear. It's really exciting. fear has a few acronyms, a few meanings, and I'm just gonna go to half an hour because why not? A number of people have been watching this more than before. I've got one like, and a handful of people have watched this. Yeah, I from years ago, I went through a lot, but then in 2015, I started listening to motivational speakers, and then it just stacked up. And the last month, for every day in a row, 31 days straight in July, I ran 3.5 kilometers, which was over 110 Ks in a month. But yeah, my purpose is to help others realize their purpose and potential. And another, quoting another person is Steve Jobs. Like, Steve Jobs, years and years ago, early stages, it was after Apple picked up, and he did a commencement speech at a college. And Steve Jobs said, if tomorrow wasn't guaranteed, and if you knew that today was your last day on Earth, what would you do? What would you do differently? Would you go after your dreams? It just makes you think. Like, these amazing people, the greats, push beyond the fear of looking like an idiot, which I have so many times. And I'm okay with that, because I fully embrace that. Pushing past the fear of, am I underqualified? Am I overqualified? The fear of judgment from others, the fear of failure. Failure is such a good teacher. Like, my grandparents said, what did they say? The only constant in life is change. And something about fear. But we all avoid failing. And so much of us are fearful of, like, what if I fail? It's like, what if you don't try? You're guaranteed to fail. No matter what you do. You could do the easiest thing in the world, the most basic thing, and you could fail. Failure and death, those are the two guarantees in life from the start. You're born and you're going to pass away, but the dash in between is an important thing. And now back onto failure. Failure is like a really good teacher. And it was funny in high school. I was like, I don't want to, I enjoyed it, but I was like, I don't want to do any more school, which is true. But what they teach you in school is so different to the world. You know, like bots and it's bad to feel and don't ask questions, and you should ask questions and you should want to fail, because you'll learn so much more. You'll learn everything in there. It's like puzzle pieces. You're given them, but if you don't put them together, you can't see the picture. Or like painting on a blank canvas, you're given the canvas, and people are so afraid to paint something and be judged for what they paint, but that painting could be like the best painting of their life. It's the last thing. The last thing. What should I talk about? 3 minutes. Anyone have any suggestions on what they want me to say for the last 3 minutes? Yeah, I'll just talk about this channel going forward. So 6 years, almost 12,000 subs, and I think over 50 countries that have viewed my content, which is wild. All across the world. What can you expect? More lifestyle stuff, more travel stuff, more honest and real content. Getting into editing more, collaborations from other people. And hitting that huge 50,000 subscribers mark as well. We can do it. So anybody who watches this, the replay, help me get to that. Please subscribe. Get to the 50,000 mark. Changing one life is amazing. And if I could truly do that, if I could truly transform someone else's life and be a source of encouragement, really. Encouragement and inspiration. And them to be like, wow, like he went through all that, like back here, and now he's there. That's good. I want to show people all in between there, though. Like, yes, I started here, this self-conscious kid that was super shy, thought he was the dumbest person in the world. I had no direction and was so afraid of everything, but had this wonder of like, wow, like I love nature and I love the outdoors and I love interacting with other people. And I want to show people that what you go through doesn't define you. What you do with it does. What you choose as lessons, we're like sponges. What we choose to, reflect and soak in us, like that's up to us. We can filter out the stuff that we don't like, but through the experiences we have, good, bad, ugly, or beautiful, or all of them, we get to define our character through the actions, through the habits, everything. But I want, people to look at me and look at my story and look at my testimony through life and through the hardships and be like, if he can do it, so can I. Because I'm not special. I don't have any superpowers. I just chose to keep going. I just chose to back myself and push beyond the fear and push beyond the insecurities and all of that. So I just want to be a source of hope and what's possible for other people. Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching this video. 31 minutes. Gonna end it there. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's watched and to everyone who will watch in the replay. Here's to 39,000 more subs, to the 50,000 subscriber mark. Help me get to that. Comment, like, share, show some love, reshare. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go.